Dive into the NFL MVP odds courtesy of our friends at DraftKings. And listen, let's not sugarcoat it, guys. For plenty of these guys, not a great week one. Mahomes still at the top of the board here at plus 700. Tua soars. He's tied with Mahomes to win the MVP at plus 700. Joe Burrow, one of his worst games, he's at plus 750. Josh Allen, same story, plus 800. Jalen Hurts, plus 1,000. Justin Herbert, plus 1,200. Lamar Jackson, plus 1,500. And the last one on the board there, Trevor Lawrence at plus 1,500. So when you look at this, Barry, who are you betting on to have the biggest bounce back this weekend that could maybe shoot them up the board a little bit more?
I mean, I think, listen, I'm buying the dip, as it were, on Burrow, Allen, and Hurts. Those guys were, among the top quarterbacks that went off the board in fantasy drafts this year for a reason. Burrow was a little bit rusty. Bad day at the office for him. Same with Hurts. Josh Allen. Jets are a really tough defense. Yeah. You're not going to see 4 turnovers. I'm in on all those guys. If anyone wants to trade them to me at slightly below market value, I'm in. They'll both be totally fine. And so, yeah, I like those odds as well because those odds are reflective of a poor week one, which I don't expect that to happen.
What about you, Lawrence? Who's bouncing back?
Yeah, so of any of those guys on the screen, I think, to be honest, I think every single one of them will perform better than what they did in week one, except obviously Tua. That was a godlike performance there. That's hard to top. He might just top it. I don't know. He got Tyreek Hill out there. But I want to talk about Lamar and Burrow real quick. I think these two, this time around, I think they get into a shootout. Lots of points here. It comes down to the wire just like it did last year, the last time these two teams met, except neither Lamar nor Burrow lit it up that day. But think about it. For Lamar and Joe Burrow, this was their preseason game right here. These two didn't play in the preseason. You had Patrick Mahomes. He got some reps. Josh Allen had preseason reps. The other guys had some reps. Jalen Hurts, too. He'll come back. He's going to light up the Vikings. So I like those guys to bounce back in a major way. And maybe we'll see the odds shake up a little bit, but if they all come back, I like it to stay as is.
Guys, for me, because of the matchup, Josh Allen's going to have a monster week 2 against the Raiders. I mean, I understand everybody's up in arms over the turnovers. 3 interceptions, could have thrown more if C.J. Mosley catches that one, the big fumble. The Raiders are a big step down from the Jets defense. If you have Josh Allen in fantasy, you'll get a huge bounce back in week 2.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to pick one of them, I guess I'll say Jalen Hurts. Just again, on Thursday night, we talked about this. Running backs banged up. Vikings defense, they struggled against Baker Mayfield last week. Jalen knows he didn't play well. So give me Jalen Hurts to bounce back. But I agree, all of them will have a monster game. Listen, it's closing time, which means you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Jay Croucher hopefully is done with his betcast. He'll be back tomorrow. For Connor Rogers and Lawrence Jackson, happy birthday to your daughter, Lawrence.
Yes,
I'm Matthew Berry. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.